Good day, YouTube. Thanks for clicking on the video. Today is 3/13/14. That's March the 13th if you didn't know. And what you're watching is a review on this. Yes, I am super excited that I finally got my Sentry Gunleather holster in the mail. I got it about 2 weeks ago or so. Here's something to look at in the background in case you get bored. But yeah, long story short, if all you want to know is if I like this, then yes I do. I give it a huge thumbs up. I give it 2 thumbs up. I really like this holster. Alright. I got the holster for this. My Glock 21. This is the 21 SF. It's a full size or service size pistol, which means it has the long slide and it's a heavy, heavy gun. Why is it so heavy? 2 reasons. I believe it's the 5-inch slide. It's all metal up here. It's a heavy duty thing. It's not meant for concealed carry. It can be concealed. Not easily, but it can be. In the magazine, it holds 13 rounds of 45 ACP ammo. And that in itself is quite heavy. It's as heavy as some subcompact or micro guns. So, let's clear this bad boy out. Got a clear chamber? Yep. Good. So, Glock 21 SF, even unloaded, is still fairly heavy. I really like this holster. It's great. I got it in that coyote tan or, flat dark earth or whatever you want to call it. I like it. It's a nice color. And I think it complements the black or the almost black with this as well. So the holster itself is made out of Kydex. It is handmade. It is artisanal, if you will. This is a handmade piece of plastic or Kydex, whatever it really is. And what's nice about that is that it's customized. It truly is a custom one-off piece. Every single one is, because it's done by hand. There's one guy at Sentry Gunleather that does all the holsters, last time I checked, unless he hired any employees. He does them all by himself. He doesn't do just this inside the waistband style. There's a couple. There's a few outside the waistband. He does magazines, holders, and you name it, he's pretty much got it. And he's one busy dude. I first heard about Sentry Gunleather from Pete over at the Armory channel. Thank you, Pete. He's got a good one. If you have never checked out the Armory channel, and you've been on YouTube for a while, what have you been doing? Seriously. Go check him out. Then, right immediately after that video was over, and actually before the video was even over, I was already at his website and I'd already placed an order for this holster. That was back in September of 2013. I waited 6 months to get this frickin' holster. I'm happy with the holster, very happy, but it was a bit of an odyssey. Now, the gentleman over at Sentry Gunleather never made a promise or even mentioned how long it would take to get this. And I fully expected it to take at least 3 months. Because by the time Pete's video was up, Ebomi, he had his going as well about this holster. So he got tons of exposure and he got swamped with orders. Now even if you only had like 500 orders, that is a lot of one at a time custom holsters to be making by yourself. And to get them right. And he made mistakes along the way, some had to be trashed. Maybe he had to get some blue guns or his own guns that didn't quite match what the customer wanted. Hold on, my dogs are going nuts. Hey! Take it easy. Sheesh. So, enough about that. It took 6 months to get here, a lot of back and forth. He thought it had been shipped like 3 times, but it hadn't. I finally got it. And if you are watching this Mr. Sentry Gunleather, I'm very pleased with the product. It is beautiful in my opinion. Works better than I was expecting it to. I originally got it for appendix carry, which after I placed the order, I felt, well, that's kind of stupid. Appendix carry on a Glock 21 SF, that's a long slide to have going down your crotch. And it is. Can be done, but it's not comfortable by any means, and not very smart. Luckily, with this cant, it works excellent. Here's the cant, if it was like that, but if you put on your belt, what is it, like a 10 or 15 degree cant. It works wonderfully at the 3:30, 3:45 position, between 3 and 4 o'clock on your butt. And it fits great. Now, when this gun is in the holster, keep in mind it has a full-size grip on it. That's what gives you away on concealed carry a lot of the time. Is this little hump at the back of the slide and this huge chunk of meat back here poking out and showing through your shirt. It does a very good job of tucking it in. Granted, it's not a full holster that comes all the way up to here to where it really sucks it in like some of those really nice Gunleather ones that will cost you like $100, but it does a good job. What you have to hold it onto your body is a belt loop on this one, and it's made from leather. Nice thick leather. Check it out, it's screwed in there as well. You can remove this if you had to and replace it with the same thing. You could use those, what are they, J-hooks. Tech lock probably even work on there. I don't know. I've never had a tech lock. I don't know if that's the right spacing. Do not quote me on that. I'm not an expert by any means. But yeah, it does a very good job of helping to disguise the firearm. And even more so, it does a really good job of mitigating the weight of this firearm. Like I said, even unloaded, it's a heavy gun. But when you have it fully loaded, it's quite a bit of weight. And I've worn it, I guess it's about 2 weeks now. And I've worn it just about every single day when I'm not wearing my other firearm. And it, you know, it is the best holster I've tried yet, and I've tried 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 different holsters for this gun. And this is the best one. Price, I'm going to forget if I don't say it right now, $35. I don't know if that's the same price for this, but $35 freaking dollars, dude, that's shipped. Yeah, that's with shipping. 35 MFing dollars, and you got yourself a custom Kydex holster that kicks ass. Now, he does these holsters for a huge line of firearms, not just the popular ones. Check him out. He's on Facebook as well, Sentry Gunleather, or sentrygunleather.com for his website. Really good. The Kydex itself is not the normal really thick stuff. What is it, like 0.85 I think it is? This is, I believe, the 0.6, 0.65. I don't know the exact terminology, sorry. I really wanted this size that I got, and I have a logic behind it. Yes, you can get the thicker stuff, and it's going to last you a whole lot longer, which is really good if you're into combat shooting, if you're into IDPA, or if you're really training your ass off on the range. You're going to wear holsters out quickly, and if price is a really important matter to you and longevity of your holster, then you want something thicker like leather or Kydex, the thicker type, between 0.8, 0.9, whatever it is. It's going to last you a lot longer. I'm not going to be using this in competitions. I'm using this for carry. Now, I will practice with it. I will draw from it. Well, I have been quite a bit. Probably at least 100, 200, no, I bet it's close to 300 times now. And it's no worse for wear. I don't have big old dings on it. Yeah, I've missed it a couple times where I catch it right here when I'm reholstering. I'm not getting a lot of slide wear on my holster at all. I'm fully expecting to. That's just Kydex pieces coming off. But yeah, it's impressive. Yes, it is thinner, and the reason why I chose the thinner type, and the reason why I'm very happy with it is not the longevity question, but the comfortability and the moldability and the retention of this holster on my firearm. Excuse me, I just tooted twice. When the gun's in here, it doesn't have any other form of retention around it. There's no strap, there's no lock, there's no roto lock, there's no tensioning screws down here to really tighten down on the trigger guard. So all you have is the built-in retention, just the natural retention that's built into the holster, and then when you put your belt through here and cinch it down on your ass, it's the squeezing tension, the pancake effect or the taco effect. Oh, it's a taco holster, by the way. One piece, fold over. I don't have a problem with that. Can you go and do Greco-Roman wrestling while you're carrying this? Yeah. You have probably a good chance of losing this if you get suplexed, but just about any gun's going to come out of you that way. With that in mind, because this is thinner, it's going to squish just a little bit more. And it's not just for retention, it's for how comfortable it feels against your body. Now, because it's just that tiny bit more flexible, it's going to bend and conform a little more, and it's going to feel more comfortable on your body, which also means it's not going to stick out as much. It's going to flex more with your clothes when your clothes push down on it. And the reason why that's good is the same reason why you have this sight tunnel. It's a higher sight tunnel. It'd be good for like excess big dots will fit in there really well, and other big ones, what is it, meprolites, I think, stick out quite a ways. He'll accept those quite well just from eyeballing. I don't know for sure. But because this is moldable and it has a big hoop here, because the rest of it can bend easily, your clothes don't have as many sharp corners to press upon, and I can't think of the word, it totally escapes me right now, and to show through your clothes that you're carrying a firearm. With these hard corners right here, it's very obvious. But when you have these tunnels like this, it helps break up the line of the firearm. Kind of like wearing a ghillie suit when you're out hunting, or, yeah, hunting, we'll just leave it at that. That helps. It doesn't eliminate it, but it helps round those edges. Makes it look more natural on your body. Some people do not like this. Hopefully that's centered. I'm not getting up the look. But the muzzle does stick out at the smallest, a 1/4 inch, all the way out to the end of the muzzle, to a little more than a 1/4 inch right here and here. That does not bother me. Really, it doesn't. It's something you need to be cognizant or be aware of, because a belly button lint and whatnot is going to get in here eventually. So you need to check your firearm, just like you should every day anyways, but keep an eye on it. It is going to be more prone to wear by rubbing up against your jeans or your 511 Tactite Pros or whatever you're wearing. So if that's a concern for you and you really want safe queens, get a different holster, dude, or just keep it in the safe. I don't care about that. I like firearms that have wear on them. It actually shows that you use the son of a gun. One concern that people have, well, anybody should have with Kydex, whether it's for knives, magazines, firearms, nunchucks, is if the maker of this, after you Dremel it out or whatever you use, a wheel to round off, radius all the edges. Man, I'm stumbling over myself. I apologize. To radius all the edges and get the burrs off. A lot of times in these creases and down in there, you'll get water and it'll collect that Kydex and grit. So when you holster your firearm or said knife or whatever into there, it's going to, that rock from the grit, from the sanding wheels and whatnot, are going to catch on your finish and put big old gouges and scratches on there. I checked this before that. I washed it out. I didn't see anything come out except for little pieces of Kydex. And that, like right here, is not going to damage your firearm. That's the sharp edge of the slide catching on the Kydex, cutting into it. Any new Kydex holster, if you've never had one, is going to take a little bit to break in to conform exactly to your specific firearm. Because these are usually made from blue guns, training guns, if you will, simulated guns. And they're not exact to your gun. Every gun's just a slight, tiny bit of difference, and that will cut into here and eventually get there. The impressions on here are excellent, great detail. That means it was pressed well, it goes at the right temperature. On the inside, you have some shininess, which is good to see. I don't see any burning, I don't see any warping whatsoever. In fact, this guy does such a good job, probably can't see all this on camera. Right here's where the serial number of the Glock is at. And you can see, is that the serial number? No, that's not the serial number. That's the specialized model where it says SF. You can almost make out a letter there where it's just trying to come through. Serial number's back here. But he does a great job. So essentially, I highly recommend Sentry Gunleather's stuff. Just like any other channel out there, do a YouTube search and you'll see some videos on it. Like I said, Pete and E-Boner, he's got a good one, but Pete probably has the best videos on it, I think. Sorry, Bomey. You got great beer reviews, though. Yes, I recommend it. Yes, I wear it. In fact, I don't use any other holster with this gun anymore. This is all I've been using. I'm turning into a fanboy of Sentry Gunleather. Just be prepared to have to wait a while to get it. This is a long review of it, and I apologize for that. Any questions, comments, smart remarks, please post them down below or shoot me a private message. You guys have a great day. Be safe. Keep watching videos.